The Christmas season is here once again, and in order to capitalize on my hit video covering the EarthBound Halloween hack, I decided to look for some Christmas hacks. There honestly aren't too many I could find. It's definitely a niche idea, but I was able to find a couple. So today we'll be taking a look at the Giftman Chronicles as well as holiday hacks. Let's start with the former. So Giftman is a ROM hack created by someone that goes by EB Girl, who hasn't really made any other hacks from the looks of it. But what I find interesting about this game is that it was made way back in 2003. I know ROM hacks date back pretty far, but in 2003, EarthBound was very niche, so it's surprising to me that people were making hacks of it back then. But hey, leave it to the EarthBound community to do things like that. This hack is set up after the original EarthBound, and it's Christmas time in Annette. Ness's friends come over to visit, but end up staying the night. While they're all asleep, Santa Claus gets in a fight with the annual Gift Man, and apparently in this universe, the Gift Man is the good guy and Santa is evil, I think. I don't really know. But during the fight, Gift Man strikes down Santa, waking Ness and his friends up. When you go to investigate, Santa disappears, leaving you to deal with an evil elf. After a quick fight, Ness starts interrogating him, and it gives me a chance to say that the writing in this hack is genuinely funny and weird. It's not one-to-one with the original EarthBound, but it has the same spirit. I like how when Paula hands you this teleportation device in the beginning, she says, "I tell you what it's for, but that'd be a plot spoiler." Or, "Did you hear that explosion? Oh, I was making waffles." I just love stuff like that, you know? And with this interrogation bit, Ness is trying to make the elf give up Santa's location. But the way he does this is by telling him really bad jokes that don't make any sense, and the elf gets really annoyed, and then he tells them. It's great. Oh, and yeah, Ness talks in this game. He just happens to have full sentences of dialogue despite being mute in the original EarthBound. It was pretty weird at first, but I got used to it. It definitely gives Giftman a unique attribute. So yeah, the mission in this game is to hunt down Santa Claus at his secret base. Simple as that. It's a nice wacky plot that fits well in an EarthBound hack. This game knows exactly what it is, and it's not trying too hard. It's just good fun. And once you've dealt with the elf, the gang walks out of the house and gets arrested for breaking and entering, but the room they were thrown in isn't even locked. After you defeat the cops standing in the hall, you get to explore Annette. Sure, it's the same town you know and love, but man, I loved seeing it all covered in snow and stuff. It was really fun exploring the town with a wintry makeover. I also love how all the characters have these cute little Christmas outfits. It's such a nice detail. Stuff like this makes Giftman really nail that Christmas feel. It's cool stuff. Once you've explored Annette, you have to teleport to Winters and enter this game's one and only dungeon. Giftman features a number of Christmassy enemies like reindeer, presents, and more of those evil elves. Although I'm not too huge on this dungeon. The first few times I attempted the dungeon, I got pretty annoyed since I was pretty unprepared. But once I stocked up on food and Annette, the dungeon became a bit more manageable. The enemies down here will knock down your health pretty quick, so make sure you bring plenty of super riggers. If not, you won't make it to the end in good shape. Once you get the hang of it, it's not a bad dungeon, but it's just not that interesting is all. The final boss is of course the evil Santa Claus, and he's pretty easy to take out. I was able to stun him with PK freeze most of the time, so that made the fight pretty effortless. Then with Santa defeated, the annual Gift Man is saved, and the kids head back home. But since Santa couldn't give out presents, everyone got free copies of EarthBound instead, which sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, this hack is pretty weird, especially since Weezer is thanked in the credits. I have no clue why, but I respect it. Do you think the creator of this hack ever heard the Weezer Christmas CD? Anyway, this hack was pretty cool. Lots of charm and a good sense of humor to boot. Exploring a snowy Annette was fun, and you gotta love Ness's outfit here. Little things like that are what make this hack enjoyable to me. Like yeah, the dungeon is just whatever, but I still enjoyed myself, especially considering how old it is. But this next hack is even better. Here we have Holiday Hex, and it was released in 2012 as a collaborative project between Mr. Tenda and HS, both of whom have made pretty solid ROM hacks themselves. Mr. Tenda was responsible for one called Quest of Hat, which is a pretty solid puzzle adventure game, and HS created Hollow's End, which is a Halloween hack that looks much better than the one Toby Fox made. So yeah, we have a meeting of the minds here, and I'd say it shows. The holiday hex might be really short like most ROM hacks out there, but it's clear that a lot of effort was put into it. The game centers around an original character named Tina who lives in a town called Bethel. When she wakes up Christmas morning, her parents tell her that it's only Christmas Eve, but she swears that was yesterday. We then meet her friend Kyle, who's having the same problem. It turns out that they're stuck in a Groundhog Day time loop, but in order to get out of it, they have to get back the decorations for the town's Christmas tree. The first couple of items are easy to find. All you gotta do is find the people that took the decorations. This gives you a chance to explore the town, which I like. This hack has very good presentation. This shows right at the start with the recolored menu, the winter's music, and the festive text box colors. Not only that, but all the food you can get is Christmas themed. Gingerbread men, gumdrops, hot chocolate, frosted cookies, all that stuff. These additions give the game a lot of personality. Plus, it's just fun seeing original stuff in a ROM hack. Much like Giftman, the writing here is really solid and feels at home with the original EarthBound, which I appreciate. It's simple, it's lighthearted, it's clever, which is all I'd want out of something like this. Not to say ROM hacks should never do their own thing, but it's cool when one can capture the same spirit. But back to the story, the only items you can actually find in town are the lights and ornaments, but the star is still missing. When you go to the drugstore, a strange man drops a piece of paper that says something about going to a cave north of town, which is where the star is. On the way there is when you start encountering more enemies, and they fit the Christmas vibe really well. Some of them are just winter themed edits of pre-existing sprites like the Chill Mouse and Polar Bear, but it's still pretty neat. Now once you reach this cave, you'll end up coming across a bunch of people that hide down here because they hate Christmas and think Easter is superior. Yeah, they definitely captured the EarthBound weirdness with that one. And continuing with that Easter theme, all the enemies here are annoying little rabbits. But honestly, the dungeon you trek through in this cave isn't too bad. It's not overly easy, but it has a solid amount of challenge, you know? It was also fun hearing what all these Christmas haters had to say. At the end of the dungeon, you come across a cage that the final boss is in, and you're told to find a key to open it, but it was unlocked the entire time. The final battle is against this giant bunny rabbit that's actually pretty tough, but if you use those new skills present in this hack, you'll defeat him in no time. Then once he's defeated, you can return the star and Christmas is saved. All in all, I liked Holiday Hex quite a bit. I liked the original characters, the dungeon was fun to go through, and I absolutely love the attention to detail here. It's just good, simple fun that captures the holiday spirit. And there you have it. Just a couple of EarthBound Christmas hacks that I figured I'd shed some light on. Giftman definitely has a good amount of charm and funny dialogue, but because of that dungeon, I'm gonna give the edge to Holiday Hex. But that one just had a bit more going for it due to the extra bells and whistles in my opinion. Plus, the core dungeon was more fun to explore. But still, if you love EarthBound like I do, and want to play something for the holiday season, I'd give both of these a shot. It's always cool to find hacks like this out there, you know, and I'm glad I was able to share them with you. So with that, happy holidays, and I'll see you next time.
Ew, old people.
Slackers!
Get a clue.
Get a job!
Get a haircut.
Get some hair.
Have some respect.
Have some prunes.
Why, I ought to take this and just give it to
With new games like Ken Griffey Jr.'s Major League Baseball, Tetris Plus, and Donkey Kong Land 3, the world is a better place.
Nice earrings. Nice hearing aids.
What?